Hi, thank you for joining me. Today we are doing hot dogs and rice in a special sauce, and I will tell you what that is when we get to it. Right now I'm opening up some hot dogs, excuse me, and I'm using turkey hot dogs, and these are by Jennie-O this time. And they're much bigger actually, but you can use whatever kind of hot dogs you like. I actually probably could have used just one, but I did two. So next time I'll know to use one. And now I have a baggie. I'm going to put the rest in a baggie that I can use for other meals. And I just got to get that zipped up really good. And put it back in the refrigerator. And I just got to dump the liquid out and throw the hot dog bag away. And now I had to just get a knife because now I'm going to get the hot dogs cut up, but first I got to get some coconut oil into the pan. But you can use whatever kind of oil you like. Or have on hand, should I say. Usually I have to go with just what I have on hand. That's why you see me substituting a lot of things sometimes, because if I don't have what the recipe calls for, I will use a substitute for that. Now I'm just getting the hot dogs cut up. And still kind of waiting on the oil to completely melt. Now that that's ready, I can get the hot dogs put in. And by the way, you don't have to do this part. I just like to cook my hot dogs, even though they're technically cooked, but I just like to cook them a little more. But this part is optional, by the way. You can do it or not. Because you can also just, once you have the rice cooked, just dump it right into the rice. But this part's just a preference of mine, even though it takes a little longer. I just rather my hot dogs personally done this way. And now I just got to get the board out of the way. And while that's cooking, the hot dogs are cooking, I'm going to get the sauce made up, and it's the Yum Yum sauce. We're going to get that put together. And I know the Yum Yum sauce is usually used as a dipping sauce for fries or whatever it may be. But I think outside the box and I try it other ways. And it actually was really good with the rice and the hot dogs. And as you can see, I just put a tablespoon of mayonnaise into the bowl. And now I'm going to do a tablespoon of ketchup. And just getting that put back in the refrigerator. And now I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of, I believe that's garlic powder I'm doing. Yes. And now I'm doing a teaspoon of the paprika. And a teaspoon of ground ginger. And a teaspoon of onion powder. And now I just got to check on the hot dogs, get them flipped over. Alright, now I could finish working on the sauce. I was just looking for something, that's why it was taking me a minute. Okay, this is kind of a measuring cup as well. I'm using it for some water. I'm going to dump a little bit of water in it. About 1/4 cup I did, but I didn't exactly need the whole 1/4 cup. And there it's the measurement. And as you can see, I was dumping some in, but then I realized, okay, that was enough, so I didn't need the whole amount. And just stirring that up really good. But then it got so liquidy that I'm like, I'm going to add just a little bit more mayonnaise. But I did not do a whole tablespoon. As you'll see in a minute, I just did like the tip of the spoon. Like that. As you can see, it's not the whole spoon that I did. And just got to get that put back away. And now I can get that mixed in. Excuse me. And it came out, and you can see how it's changing color. And thickening up, I mean, I didn't want it too thick, but because you want it to be able to spread. But it still needed a little more mayonnaise like I did, and it came out just right. And now the hot dogs are done, and I can get the other pan moved on to the burner. And I just got to get a little more coconut oil for the new pan. And that just has to melt. Now that that's ready, I'm going to add the rice. And this rice has already been cooked in the cooker. The rice cooker the night before. It just has to heat up. And I'm just spreading it out so it can cook good. And now that that's ready, I'm going to take the hot dogs and dump it right on in with the rice. And get that mixed in together. I just had to turn down the heat now because everything's pretty much cooked. It's just all just got to combine together. And now I'm going to add the yum yum sauce and dump that right on in there. And I just had to get a spatula to help get everything out. And I just had to wipe off my hand, but now I can get that mixed in together. And this was delicious, by the way. And now that just has to, sit and heat up and combine, stuff like that. Let the flavor get mixed in there really good. And this part here, I thought I had the camera paused because I don't like to leave you waiting while something's sitting, but I thought I had it paused and I didn't, so there's going to be a moment here where you don't see me doing anything because I was at the sink. Sorry about that. Because I get things cleaned up while any food, whether it's this food or anything that's just having to cook for a moment, I do my cleaning up during that time. I was just washing off some, excuse me, dishes that I was using. And now, just got to get the counter wiped off. Now I've got my plate out and ready to have some food put on it. And I just got to get that stirred. I turned the burner off, and I'm going to get that stirred up one more time. And served on up on the plate. And I always like to get the rest of the food off the spatula because waste not, want not. There you go. Hope you give it a try. Thanks.